Ahoy, everyone! Welcome to another episode of the O Show. I'm O, and I'm here for your amusement. Okay, I got a messy show for you guys. I remember a couple months ago, I saw this commercial advertising this show called PolyFamily, right? And I was like, what? So, of course, this is on TLC because what other channel will have a show like this? Like, what are we learning anymore on TLC? I think they should change their name. It should be called like the Messy Channel, right? TMC. So look, y'all. It's called PolyFamily. Now, what is that? Well, there's a couple. Well, I'm sorry. There's two couples, and they are polyamorous. That's today's word of the day. Polyamorous. If I'm pronouncing that right, I don't like big words. So they're like this quad. Okay. Now, I set my DVR, as the TV told me to do. Set your DVR to watch this show. And I was like, yes, ma'am, or sir. So look at, I was just letting episodes build up. And I didn't want to just watch one episode. I was like, let me just let some build up, and then one weekend I will watch the episodes. So there are 6 out, but I only watched 5. So I got to go back and watch episode 6. And I don't know how many total will be in this season. But if you are interested, this show airs every Tuesday on TLC. And if you are streaming, it's on Max, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so look at you guys. This show is so messy, okay? Oh my god. I can't. So I believe they're in the state of Oregon. I think. I'm pretty sure. So now what happened was, you got Sean and Taya. They're married. Okay? Then you have Tyler and Alysia. They're married. So I believe Tyler and Alysia were married. They had 2 kids. And at one point, Alysia wanted to kind of spice up their relationship. Now, also make note that Alysia is bisexual. Okay? Is that the word she says? If not, whatever. But anyway, she does like girls. So, she did, I think, a newspaper article or something. She did an article trying to get another couple. And I don't think that worked out. Or an ad article. she did like a sexy ad. And then after that didn't work out, I guess they waited a little bit. And then later they tried an app. Now when they did the app, they found Sean and Taya, right? Now at one point, I don't know if it was like before or after or what have you, but the girls fooled around because Alysia she likes girls.
Have you two women ever had a intimate relationship?
No. Lies. That's a lie. That's a lie. There definitely was a time that Tay and Alysia have been intimate because Tay is pansexual and Alicia's a female, and we are close, so there were scenarios to where...
Doesn't have any other options?
No, we're comfortable with each other, and it was just a different, it was just
Try things out.
yeah, for fun.
Alcohol helps.
She appreciates me.
I appreciate her.
I guess things worked out a little too good because they all fell in love with each other and moved in with each other. Right? So now, not only are the two couples married, but Taya is now Tyler's girlfriend and Alysia is now Sean's girlfriend. But they're still married to the other people, right? But they are now one couple. After all is said and done, Alysia got pregnant. I don't know the order, but Alysia got pregnant, had a boy, a baby boy. Taya got pregnant, had a baby boy. Now, you're probably asking, well, who's the father, right? Well, they don't know. Why don't they know? because each woman has a bedroom, and every night the two guys would switch bedrooms with the women every night. Like they were like, okay, we literally take our pillow, we take our toothbrush, and on this night, well, actually it's the day, right? So what happens is once they get out of bed and leave the room, they are now, I guess, property of the next woman. So their arrangement is that day, whoever you're sleeping with that night, that is who you're around that day. Not to say you're like can't touch and be in the same room as the other person, but like if they're sitting at dinner, you sit next to the person you're going to sleep with. If you are sitting on the sofa, you sit next to the person who you're going to sleep with. So then that night, you sleep with that man. And there may be sex, there may not be sex. And it's not until the next morning, once you all get out of bed and leave the room, it now converts to the next woman. And then that night and that day, you're with that woman. So these two women had 2 babies, but they don't know who the fathers are, and they don't want to know who the fathers are because both the fathers are the dads. Both the moms are the moms. Are y'all following with me? Okay. Now, when the show opens in episode 1, we see that Taya is pregnant, which means they are now going to have baby number 5. They know it's a boy, and they're going to name him Quentin.
Since we've all been together, we've had 2 more children, Barrett, who's almost 2, and Carver, who is 16 months. So I birthed Dylan, Raina, and Barrett, and Taya birthed Carver, and now she's pregnant with our 5th baby, Quentin.
Who am I? And who's this right here?
Daddy.
And who's this?
Mom.
Right there?
Mama.
Who's this?
Nana.
Who's this?
Nana.
Who's down there?
Wait, who's that over there on the floor?
Baba.
Carver.
Who's in mommy's tummy? Who's in mama's tummy?
Baby Daddy.
Good job, high five.
Wait, what? Who are you?
Baby.
Very good job, buddy.
Oh, and by the way, the 2 boys, the one that Tara and, no, not Tara, let's say Taya and Alysia had when they first got together, those boys are only like 7 months apart. So, yeah, I'm just throwing that out there. So, of course, you're probably wondering, like, now wait, Orpheus, you said that the girls hooked up and blah, blah, blah. Are there ever any times that the guys hook up together? Well, the answer is no. So they say on TV. But I'm pretty sure that the answer is no, because when you look at the dynamic of both of them, you got Sean, who has an attitude. He seems like he's the asshole of the group. And I don't want to say he's the asshole, but just the way he responds and his tone with people and his answers that he's given to the producers versus how Tyler acts and his overall like attitude with everything. You can see that he's more relaxed and he's more like, we could be friends. But then I think at one point, Sean was literally like, if we didn't have this relationship with the women, like me and Tyler would not be friends. And Tyler's face is like, well, goddamn.
Do you and Sean have an intimate relationship together?
Sean and I do not have any kind of romantic or sexual relationship. People ask that all the time, but no, it's not like that for us. We're both straight. Boots off.
Have you 2 women
So
ever
how
had?
would you 2 describe your relationship?
I think our relationship is we live together, we have mutual partners, and we parent together. But if we weren't in this situation, we probably wouldn't be friends.
So the guys are super straight. They're not poking penises together at night. I guess that would break the rules. And you know what's crazy too? There's a part. Okay, so in episode 1, we're learning all this stuff about the family, and then there's one part where they go to this bar, and they're with like Taya's mom, I believe, or someone's mom. And I guess the question comes up like, so Taya's about to be induced in like 3 days to have the baby. And then someone's like, well, who's going to be in the delivery room? And she's like, well, I think Alysia had the last baby. Okay, so maybe that's it. So maybe Taya had a baby first, Alysia had a baby, and now Taya's having baby number 3 between all of them. So Taya was like, well, Alysia couldn't be there. No. No, shit, now I'm confusing myself. Anyway, the one girl's going to be there. I guess, so that'll be Alysia. She wasn't able to be, or maybe I did say that wrong. This show is so fucking confusing. So look at you guys. So Alicia's going to be at the birth. But then they're like, well, which dad is going to be there, right? And their answer was like, well, whoever is the father who's supposed to be sleeping with Taya that night whenever the baby is born, that's the one who's going to be in the hospital room. Like, I know there's a certain number of people who could be in the delivery room while the delivery's being made, but I mean, again, you don't know who the father is, but to be like, well, if I'm sleeping with her that night, I'll be, I guess, at the hospital. But if the other guy sleep with her that night, then he's going to be like... Okay, now this part took me out. Look, y'all. Okay, so, what are their names? Okay, so, the two original children that Tyler and Alysia had, the girl's name is Raina, and the boy's name is Dylan, I think. So, Raina lied. She got in trouble for lying, so now she's on punishment. So there's a time where Tyler comes home from work, and the kids are there, and Sean is there, and then they're having like some snacks, and then Sean says this.
How's school today, kid? How was school today?
Good.
Anything exciting happen? Nothing? What recess? How'd that go?
Recess, I played tag and I played lifting car horses.
Raina, remember, you're grounded today, so you need to make sure that you're eating and get back downstairs, okay?
So I have a lot of questions. So, like, because my mind just goes crazy. So he's like, remember, you're on punishment. Now you got to go back into the basement. And then Tyler's all like talking to the producers like, well, damn, I can't even see my own child and blah, 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 right? Now, I get it. A child's on punishment, like, things are taken away. Certain privileges. But what the hell kind of privilege is this? Like, usually it's no TV, no internet, especially in this day and age. Back then, it was like, go to your room, can't go to the party. Go to the room, you can't go outside. Now, I'm pretty sure it's, okay, no TV, no cell phone, no tablet, no computer, like all that, right? How is it that this grown man can't spend time with his daughter because she's on punishment? And then he's like, go to the basement. Is this a furnished basement? Like, is that the cruel punishment? It's like an unfinished basement? I don't understand. Why, you know, or is it just go to the basement and you just have to be there alone by yourself? And so, of course, Tyler had a problem with it. So he's talking to Sean like, ooh, you know, I come home, I can't even speak to my own children. And that's the thing, too, because now, even though Raina and Dylan are Tyler and Alicia's kid, Sean and Taya, I want to call her Tara so bad. Sean and Taya are also, like, now considered equal parents. So Sean can do whatever the hell he wants to this kid, and Tyler just has to sit there like a bitch in the corner. That is true. Like, that's your kid. Just be like, hey, you know what? No snacks for you because you are in punishment, but come over here and spend time with me or sit with me or help me take out the trash or something. And in the scene, he even just kind of walks away. Instead of he being like, damn, Sean, like, you know, why are you so mean? He just walks away because I'm pretty sure Sean's not the person to have attitudes with, even though he has attitudes with everyone else in the house. But I feel like if Tyler, like, stood up to himself at that moment, that scene would have turned out totally different. We had some really weird results. Alright, episode 2. So, Quentin is born, right? And pretty much this episode is like the tension that's happening between everyone because somewhere down the line, Tyler sends Sean a text about the baby's information that he got from the hospital. So I guess, I don't know, weight and hair color, I don't know. But somewhere down the line in that text, it included the baby's blood type, which is O. And this just sends Sean off, right? Because Sean's like, why would he do that? Why would he send it to me? Because according to Sean's research, he's a B. And I think Taya's a B? Yeah, Taya had the baby. So, according to Sean, a B and a B cannot make an O. So I guess when he did that research, he was like, well, that's just pretty much Tyler saying that he's the father because I can't produce an O. so now there's like this riff in the damn like family with that. It's like, okay, so oops, you found out who the father is, but you're still like all the kids' parents. But I guess it became personal because he was like, well, we're not really supposed to know. Alright, we're on episode 3. And, I mean, I guess all like the shock and surprise is kind of out. So we're just kind of, episode 3 is just like an ongoing, like, whatever episode. So it's still talk about the blood type and Sean still having an attitude and all that mess. Taya having problems breastfeeding Quentin because I guess her milk isn't full yet. And Alysia going, I want to do it. I wish I could do it. I guess it's someone's birthday. Is it Taya's birthday? It's someone's birthday. One of the girls. And so they go to Portland and they go on this. It's a yacht, a hot tub yacht. I don't know what it's called, but it's this boat. It is nothing but it's a little boat with a hot tub in it. That's it. Like, this doesn't look safe. It's too much water in water on water. I don't know. I don't understand the point of this thing. But anyway, it's a boat, and you're just like in the middle of nowhere on a river in a hot tub. It's really small. Anyway, that happened. And then that episode ends with Tyler confronting Sean. Like, he invites Sean to this bar and sits down because now he wants to have like this man-to-man conversation with Sean. And Sean still just has an attitude about everything. And he's all like, I feel like I have to parent Tyler. So see, he's like the asshole of the group. Episode 4, we are at Christmas time. The couples take the kids to this Christmas event in town. And then it shows a lot of people like asking questions and, ooh, like, did you hear about this? And how does this work? And, you know, how people just talk about them behind their backs, which they're used to. They're like, yeah, we do this. And people, blah, 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 blah. Now, there's a part in this episode where they're trying to decide which guy gets to go out on a date with which girl. Which I don't understand, because if you're sleeping with if someone's supposed to be assigned to you that day, it just sounds so awful saying this out loud. But if the girl is supposed to be assigned to you or coupled with you that day, why do you need to do, like, they have to play like rock, paper, scissors to see like which guy wins, and then that guy then picks who he wants to go out with? But why? That didn't make any sense to me, because if it's Tuesday and I'm sleeping with Taya, then I'm going to take Taya out on a date. And then tomorrow I'm sleeping with Alysia. That day I could take Alysia out on a date. Like, I'm not thinking about this too hard, am I? Because no, you have an arrangement. So why are you breaking this arrangement with the game of rock, paper, scissors? And then this episode ends with them all going to an attorney because there's just speak about, well, we have the kids and we want to make sure, even though, like, yes, we are all their parents, they want to make it legal. So they go to this attorney office and they're trying to speak to this person and they're explaining the situation. That person looking at them like they're crazy. So nothing came of that visit, but they're trying to all be adoptive parents to the non-biological kids. So, you know, of course that ain't easy. So, yeah, so that's episode 4. All right, now in episode 5, it is a continuation of the legal mumbo jumbo that's happening in episode 4 when it comes to the kids. So, no, not Taya. Is it Alysia? Alicia's father does not approve of this whole situation. And he pretty much says, like, if anything happens to you and I need to maybe take custody of my grandchildren, like, if anything happens to you and Tyler, right? Both of you guys pass away. He has no problem trying to gain custody of his grandchildren, which means only the 3. Because since she birthed 3, he's like, well, those are your children, even though the 3rd one, we don't know who the father is. But like this man has sent Christmas cards to the kids, and the 2 that are Taya's, or goddamn it, the 2 that are Alicia's, he'll say, like, I don't know, love grandfather or something. And then I think he does it for the 3rd one because she did birth him, so I guess it's his grandchild. But when it comes to the 4th boy, and now Quentin probably down the line, he just writes, like, love, like, I don't know, Tom. Like, I don't know what his name is, but he actually signs it with his name and not like granddad. Which, I mean, like, that's not his grandchildren. So, I mean, I'm not 100% mad at him. But they make it sound more dirty when the people say it. Because it's like, ooh, man. So, she's just worried, like, if something does happen, like, her dad could easily be like, well, I want my grandchildren to live with me and then separate the kids. But they want the kids to grow up together because now they're all siblings. So that's happening. We also learned that while Taya was pregnant, so this had to have happened like way before filming, the guys decided to get vasectomies because they're like, we have 5 kids, like that's it. We don't need no more kids in this house. So I guess the guys went snip snip. So I guess Tyler must have went first because in this episode, I think it's Sean. Yeah, it's Sean who is saying, like, I have an appointment. I need to give a sample so I can make sure that I'm not shooting anymore or any more active swimmers. And then there's this whole scene, like, he's like trying to give a sample in the bathroom. Vasectomies. So they do go back to, well, no, they don't go back. They go to a new lawyer office and they're talking to a new person and they're explaining the situation like, hey, we went to another lawyer. They said, like, this, what we're trying to do is not really a thing. But now this new lawyer is like, well, you know, we can do like a petition and we could go in front of a judge and explain the situation. So there may be a possibility that what they're trying to do could work. So it's giving the couples like hope that they could all be adoptive parents to the non-biological kids. But I still would feel like they would need to know. Wouldn't they still need to know who's parenting who though? Like as far as the dads? Like you still have to say like, but you know, are you the biological dad? I don't know. Well, damn it, that's just making the paperwork harder. I would think. So wouldn't this have to come up anyway? And they all just have to deal with it? Like, well, I feel like Tyler's like the parents of all. He's the parent of all these kids. I think Sean's sperm has attitudes too. Like they're not reaching the egg at all. And then lastly in this episode, they're talking about the doctor's appointment and Sean was saying how he was there. He was saying, is it okay like if I had sex before I gave this sample? Which makes, oh God, which woman was it? It was Alysia. Okay, so Sean has sex with Taya, who's his wife, the morning before going to the doctor. And again, that whole like, if you wake up and you have sex in the bed and y'all haven't like left the room yet, you're still legally able to, according to the rules, still have sex. But I guess it's Alicia's day with Sean when he goes to the doctor. So when she asked, like, how was it? He was like, well, I asked the doctor, like, is it okay if I had sex before I gave my sample? And they were like, yes. But then apparently, like, Alysia gets mad because she doesn't want to hear that, I guess, I don't know, that morning. I guess, period. I guess she just does not want to hear what sex is being done by the other guy. Like, they're dumb. This whole thing is dumb. I swear, I'm trying to, like... I try to have an open mind with everything, but they're just making it more complicated for themselves and us viewers. But Alysia gets up and storms away. But girl, like, I'm pretty sure y'all did a 4-way handshake where y'all agreed to this rule. So why are you mad for it? I guess she just doesn't want to hear the sex info. But okay, he wasn't giving details. He just said, like, we had sex this morning. Like. Okay, you guys. Again, I didn't watch episode 6, but I saw the whole, like, coming up. So apparently Tara has a friend who's going to be visiting town. I guess she's in the same situation as Tara, like her husband, or maybe they're swingers. I don't think they're in another, like, quad relationship, but I think they have, maybe it's an open relationship. I don't know. I'll check it out later. But apparently this girl has a crush on Tara, so now Tara brings to the group, like, I may be in love with someone else. And they're all looking at her like, so I'm going to see what wrench that causes in the dynamic of everything. And then I guess there's a whole, like, situation where the B and B blood types might make an O, so Quentin may or may not be Tyler's dad. Wait, Quentin may or may not be Tyler's son. I can't keep up with what I'm saying. So, I guess due to science, whatever Sean looked up might be wrong. So maybe we don't know that Tyler made the O. I don't know. Let me know if y'all want, like, a part 2 to this drama. Like, again, I don't know how many episodes are left. I mean, but if you care, let me know. If I don't know, if I have enough people who care, maybe I'll watch the rest and tell you what happens. Since I'm pretty sure you're all invested on what's going on with these people. So, yeah, that's it. It's called PolyFamily. If you care, go check it out. Like I said, it's 6 episodes in. It's just messy, y'all. Like, I wonder if all this shit would have came up if the cameras were not rolling on this family. Oh my god, so much drama. So, alright, so that's my review. There's also this new show coming out on TLC. It's called Virgins. Is that what it's called? Virgins? I'm scared to check that out. But then there's also, like they had this show called 1,000 Pound Sisters, but that was a new show coming out called 1,000 Pound Roommates, and it's 2 big black girls. Oh no, they're gonna be loud as hell. Like, the commercial was playing during episode 5 to promote this show, and, like, there's one who's screaming, and I'm like, oh god, they're big, black, and loud. Oh no. I might check out that episode. I might check out just one episode. I don't know. Alright, so anyway, you guys, that's my review of PolyFamily and the damn TLC channel. So, please like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see y'all in the next episode. So, until then, TTFN.